Mystic Quest name screen is very quiet, but I know for certain we're going to have game audio once this race starts. Good evening, Final Fantasy for All fans, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest fans, Final Fantasy fans. We're back to your regularly scheduled programming. I'm alone in the booth tonight. I'm Scarsfer, and on our screen, our wonderful screen, is a race between Final Fantasy IV veterans and a game that isn't Final Fantasy IV. This is MikeMike34 versus Sorbius as part of the Chocobo circuit. They're racing the SGL 2025 flag set. This matchup is the second to last of this week, which would be the second to last of the first 2 weeks of the tournament. Mike raced Leaf in the same flag set yesterday, and unfortunately marked a loss. Sorbius raced earlier in the week and notched a win. So Mike could even himself up against Sorbius, or Sorbius could start to run away with it and enter contention for the lead. You'll see how these dungeons treat them. Gates are dropped, so they should be starting shortly. You know, I should have read, the game info file. I downloaded it. Let's see. Anything fun? Fire weakness becomes earth weakness. Air weakness. Oh, air weakness becomes fire weakness. So, our good friend Flare will be very effective against Pazuzu. Looks like water weakness becomes axe weakness, which is relevant, I think, for our two dragon-shaped bosses. And silence rolled to paralysis, so the Dragon Claw can paralyze, or paralyze if you speak proper English, any boss in the final few refights. Oh, looks like we've got... Alright, that's enough that I don't have to pause. Got Kefka and Kefka and Cyan. I don't know just how planned... Alright, there's a big black bar at the top of Sorbius' screen. I don't think that's actually part of the game. We're gonna crop that out and potentially eat our words later. So we started with Phoebe. Phoebe started with nothing, and it looks like she's going to get a whole heaping load of nothing. The only spells she learns are Heal at 18, Exit at 23, and Cure at 34. And I'll tell you what, if you see somebody go into 34 for Cure on Phoebe, so many other things will have gone so far sideways. This is a 28 shard count seed. I'm going to put that in chat. Looks like as far as who's a viable companion for the endgame, it's... Oh wow, they just swiped to the same fight. It's nobody, it's Ruben. Ruben gets Flare at 20 and Meteor at 20. Ruben will be, very unfortunately our man. Oh, I always forget to do something. I forgot to announce that this race was happening. Set that to the side. And have our runners made any progress? Looks like Blizzard. I'll say it's Blizzard that Sorbius picked up. Oh, are both runners running trackers? Okay, at least one of these runners is running a tracker. And it looks like Sorbius has Blizzard and a River Coin. And they both started with the Baby Sword. That's Captain's Cap for MikeMike, which is actually a genuinely useless item in this flag set. And could be actively detrimental to use if you want to preserve the ship as your grind, if it's somewhere convenient and good. Oh, well, MikeMike is proving to us that he has the River Coin. Looks like both runners have picked up Kaylee, which is probably very optimal for the early game, at the very least until we pick up our own version of the exit book. Magic Mirror is nice, but there's only like 3 hallways where it lets you actually avoid creatures. Our first fragment on the board. Looking again at the spell list, Kaylee does start with exit. So that we have exit, we just always have exit. A 1-1 combat title. Easy money. If you ask me what the Apollo Helm does, I don't know how it's different from the Moon Helm, and I know the Moon Helm gives you fire resistance. Smile. Same point for MikeMike in Temple, whose name I didn't catch. A little bit of immediate divergence. Sorbius is peeking. Oh right, they changed the layout of this place. So now we can't peek it from there. But now you can peek whether or not these mini bosses, which were normally invisible. Oh, Sorbius just doesn't want to fight it at all. But now you can peek whether these have brown boxes or items. Oh, it's the Libra Temple. And oh, that should be noted, or I'm pretty sure that's Ruben. Ruben and Tristan look the same to me. Ooh, life. Makes this a lot safer for both runners. Assuming they both got it. I saw Mike in the pyramid, but I was clicking buttons on another screen. Mike's doing some pretty aggressive backtracking here. It's Guy armor for Sorbius. Oh, he's coming back for this cache tile that beat him up earlier. I see. Giant X for Sorbius. think it would have been slightly faster to exit back and re-enter if this was 1 floor deep. If first floor was 1 floor deep. Looks like Mike did not pick up life in his dive, so I imagine his dive was maybe a lot shallower than what Sorbius is up to at the moment. These are, what, Aquaria? No. What's the name of the river coin area? Oh, she had Petrify, Retaliation, or Rouge. A lot of XP though, because these are Firebird region enemies. But you have quite a bit of experience for the early game, maybe enough for multiple levels at once. It's just that Mystic Quest, as a game engine, only supports Benjamin leveling up 1 level at a time, not expecting you, because the way counters and everything is laid out expects you to... Oh, looks like we picked up bombs somewhere. You can mark that for Mike. But the way the vanilla encounters are laid out, you probably wouldn't ever get more than 1 level from a single fight. Except maybe at the very late game experience tiles, if you never had to do any backtracking. Okay, we know Mike has at least a battle axe. Oh, those are those regular bombs? Okay, those are regular bombs. Oh, this is rough. Both enemies paralyzing. One item behind our... I guess this guy's also dragon-shaped. But he's dragon-shaped in a different way. He's more like a long-armed T-Rex than he is a traditional Western dragon. Doesn't have any wings. Well, you don't need wings to be a dragon. You know, Occam's Razor. The easiest question, the easiest answer is probably the best. That's a T-Rex. Sky Attack. This is proving to be a troublesome area. Oof. Troublesome area for Sorbius. Yeah, resorting to exit, which insta-kills the enemy, but unfortunately denies us experience from said enemy. But at the end of the day, getting through the encounter is probably most important. We get a little bit of XP. Ooh, a very dense bone zone. Which I suppose makes sense. It is in the Aquaria region, and that tends to... Not Aquaria, Foresta. That's the Sun coin. All 3 coins in Mike's hands. Where does he go? I suppose it's 2 floors in, so Sorbius walking back earlier maybe didn't lose time overall. Oh, we have a claw now. I totally would have forgot that this one was claw locked. Don't know how many chests it can be behind here, but better check than not. Oh, some coin trick, but just for a tin bucket hat. Here's the Morbius crest. Mike only has 4 fragments? I thought he was already over 10. I guess he hasn't gone very deep into any given region. Jumping into a windier region volcano spooks me. At least without the gas mask. This windier region enemies are probably the toughest. Well, probably not. Well, not quite probably. Definitely the toughest general pool of enemies in the game. I don't know quite how they translate to volcano. This would be spectrum. You thought of something. Let's see if this is shallower. Mike took an unfortunate wipe in that volcano and decided to go back to the world screen. If I knew what the charm protected against, other than the actually useless silence. I would tell you. Ah, and we've gotten to the level where Kaylee knows Meteor. This will speed Sorbius right along with whatever, with wherever he's going now. There's jumbo bombs. Who was that, Ruben? Which one's Ruben? And Kaylee with Meteor reimagines things a little bit for this, because I believe the fire weakness got shifted to earth weakness. So Dark King doesn't resist earth as he normally would. And Kaylee has the word I want to say is vaunted, but I don't quite think that's, but I doubt that that is. First of all, I just doubt that that's a real word. And if it's a real word, I doubt it's the correct one for what I'm trying to say. But the much valuable, the very valuable petrify resistance. And having reached the level requirement for that meteor, I think Sorbius' deep dive into all these regions will pay him quite handsomely. I don't think the tree wither is relevant in this flag set, but I'll mark it anyways. Let's see. MikeMike doesn't have any claws yet, so it's not clear what he has access to. There's the magic ring for Sorbius. Again, I have no idea what that protects against. Oh, doesn't even care to. Sorbius doesn't even care to peek Hydra. Oh, he's got some kind of bomb. No. He does not have some kind of bomb. He was testing the waters, see how deep he could get with that one. Understandable. But where to from here? It's probably somewhere in the Aquaria region. It's probably where MikeMike got his first set of bombs. This is probably a great call from... Oh, there's the baby bombs, just right behind the sand coin. Followed right by the jumbo bombs. Is that one Ruben? I don't remember. They've seen both of the male companions at this point, so hopefully the runners know who is who and can make any choices accordingly. The legendary sword Excalibur. I don't know what the material benefit over... I don't know if it has any material benefit stats-wise over our good friend the Night Sword, other than doing more damage. There's Meteor for Benjamin, so we've got access to double Meteor for Sorbius. It looks like we just got... And then we have the combination of White and Meteor for MikeMike. Well, it looks like we got the Gemini crest for Mike. Oh wow! Oh wow! Four pack, including the Dragon Claw. Oh, excuse me. Looks like that was Aegis Shield. Is this it's no Venus Shield. Sorbius is running a tracker on his screen, so whenever I miss something on his side, I can just go reference the source stream and see what exactly is missing. So the only thing Sorbius is missing is anything locked behind Mega Grenades, as he has the Wake Water. I believe we've seen Aquaria as well. So I think the only thing locked behind Mega Grenades is the entirety of the ship. And on a 28 shard seed, going to the ship isn't out of the question. Looks like Mike's taking the time to... Oh, Possum Morpheus raided in. Welcome, Raiders. You're just in time for what's turning out to be a very interesting race between MikeMike and Sorbius on a very good Mystic Quest flag set. Well, I've Tycoon-proofed the things, so I don't think you'll break anything. Oh, there's Gaia armor for MikeMike. I think we've got... Unless Venus Shield gives something that I don't know about, and I don't know a lot of things. I just work here. Kind of just live here, honestly. But, you know, we figure things out as we go. Is the native resolution supposed to be 720? I don't know. I think that's what I'm streaming at, so I don't blow up my computer. Let's see. Output video. Oh yeah, the output resolution is 1280. I'd have to stop the stream to fix that. So I'm not going to. Oh, for few traces, because I'm gonna forget to change that. And also, I don't want to blow up my computer, so... See, birds resisting Earth. This makes sense. This is what I expect out of birds. Alright. I caught a... There was a bunch of items there, and the only one I caught was the actual multi-key. Oh well. A little bit of a re-up on seats with our good friends the NPCs offering nothing, nada, and zilch. That is in fact the way to go as far as where to dump your cash. Oh, Sorbius has obtained Flare. I think that's Flare. It might be Thunder, and I'm misreading it, but it looks like Flare to me. The bucket hat. Ooh, Mike gets to go. Well, you say you can't read, but you're typing in chat, so you must have this very impressive skill to proofread yourself. So color me impressed. You say it's voice to text, but voice to text is notoriously bad. So even if you do voice to text, you gotta double check it. What do you mean, wait, what? Did I break something? I've only dropped 70 frames, and that was like 20 minutes ago. You used Mac? Yeah, but then you have to use the Apple products, and that's bad in its own way. It is Morbin time on Sorbius' side. Oh, and they were just right next to each other, and I missed it. There's life for Mike. I'm sure he's very happy to get that. I would be. Flare. Oh, okay. From Firebird Claw. Firebird Claw? Oh, Firebird Claw chest. Okay. Alright, the more I see people check that temple, the more I'm positive that Ruben is there. That the other one was, in fact, Tristram. Sorbius has the Dragon Claw here. I wonder if he is thinking at all about making a tree dive. Oh, I gotta do that peak more often. Every time Twitch loads an insane raider, possible to you, it stops loading messages from anyone else. Well, at least I didn't break it this time. And yeah, we're diving the tree. Oh wow, Sorbius has been in the teens as far as shard count for a long time now. Oh, Sorbius is already at endgame levels. Alright, saying goodbye, tree, I agree. Ooh, I think this is the stage of the game where we head back to Aquaria, see what's behind this wake water. I don't think we're going to be giving Spencer a visit, because he's just one chest. Oh, we're not even going to Aquaria yet. Where are we? Okay, we are. Yeah, I don't think either runner has gone very far into Pazuzu's, but both have spent, I think, the entirety of their access at the time, which for both was rather deep, into Ice Pyramid. And Sorbius has explored a fair bit of the lava dome here. I think he full cleared it. The only thing he didn't do is peek the Hydra. Which with Wake Water, which now that he has Wake Water in hand, has minimal potential to come back and bite him. And that's, you know, a potential that only arises if Mike sees a red box there and takes it. Oh, Cupid Lock. Love that. Only 7 fragments away for Mike, and 8 fragments for Sorbius. This is staying close. Yeah, Mike out of the teens, Sorbius out of the teens. Oh, there were a lot of blockers here, weren't there? I think this Ice Pyramid revisit isn't the best play for Sorbs. No, I think neither of them Pazuzu. There's a red box behind Hydra. Mike's going into it. He's got spells galore, so it's going to be quick. From a standpoint of the pure logic of the play, sure, the version of Pazuzu's Tower is surprising. But I'm not surprised that neither of them wants to do it. One fragment. Don't think that's going to be a deal breaker. And here's our first foray into Pazuzus. How many shards? 28 shards. Hopefully the pin I pinned is still visible. Dragon Claw would be from the mine. Chrono Trigger, we've already featured at least one Chrono Trigger race on the channel, and it's definitely on my radar because, one, it was translated, like Mystic Quest, it was translated by Ted Woolsey, and my opinion is that any game where Ted Woolsey has a writing credit is a Final Fantasy game, as well as, of course, the games with Final Fantasy in their titles. Got an even shard count for the two runners here. I don't know if there's any specific shards. There's Baby Claw. I suppose it's called the Cat Claw. Yeah. There's the Libra crest. I'm sure that is almost exactly the last item Sorbius wants to find right now. as I don't think we've even spied any, I don't think we've got any Libra crest warps that we've seen to go revisit. I think this might be where we're beginning to see the reason for the aversion to Pazuzu's Tower manifest. Because, yeah, Mike needs to bail, but I don't think he knows that he needs to bail just yet. Because it's kind of hard to tell once you've cleared every entrance in Pazuzu's. Especially not when there are still blockers potentially routing you around and through them. At the very least, he has exit, so when he does decide, alright, does Pazuzu have something? Pazuzu has something, but we're so close to go mode that I don't think it'll be necessary. There's exit for Benjamin. We're out of here. We're gone. I think this is where Sorbius can take the lead. I wonder where we're going from here. Oh, was that brown box there the new location of the peak for the crab box? It is, thank you. I've not seen that yet. Didn't know where exactly it would be. Oh, they're even on fragments again. I think this is gonna... I still think right now it's advantage Sorbius because he has used the Wake Water and has access to that locked away region of Aquaria. Oh, Mike. Oh, Mike also had the Wake Water. So he's already been to the mine. Okay. Oh, there was just 3 battle tiles there. That is... Oh, that is on a level of frustrating, I imagine. Yeah, I just didn't see that there wasn't much there when I was saying that. It's the Boon Helm. Oh, where are our shards? Without Megas, there's no boat access. Is it just behind Jin, then? And this is required Jin? Or did somebody beat Jin? I didn't catch it. Libra Crest into Windia doesn't particularly help beyond... We're now in the Windia region to go do other things. I guess it's just deeper in the tree. Fragment 25 for MikeMike. $26 for Sorbius. This is staying very close. How much of tree? I'd wager not enough. I know Sorbius spent some time there. I think Mike spent some time there. But neither... But I know there were several floors that I did not see of the accursed tree. Like this one, which has megas. Oh no, is that all it's gonna have is just megas? We only need one more shard. Aegis Shield, we love that, but not... I thought Dracula was behind... Jin. No, not Jin, but like in the 4 from Jin? Oh, right. Mike doesn't have that yet. That's why he's here. Or that's... That was Venus Key and Thunder Rock, which means Sorbius would also have the Venus Key, because I saw him open those boxes, but only saw the claw. Oh, that is frustrating. Oh no, there's Volcano. Sorbius hasn't done anything in Volcano yet. So if there's any number of shards here, he's doesn't have to go to the boat. Just launch, launch it just in case. I don't know how many more shards Mike still needs, though. He definitely still has a horse in this race. Yeah, if he can find a shard here. I think there's at least one. I saw Mike looting here earlier, and I swear he got at least one. I could definitely be wrong about that, though. Memory is one of the most fallible things on the human body. There it is. The last sky fragment for Sorbius. I almost messed up that sentence in ways I can't actually say. Just as much as I couldn't vocalize them. With level 20, there's no need to grind. Here, there's probably still frightening moves. Boston could probably tell me a whole list of things that'll murder you and make your day bad that we can see in these refights. But, I don't know. Sorbius beginning these fights at about 49 minutes, we'll call it. And with all these levels, there's no need to save the experience from the first two fights, so we can just exit them, easy money. We do know that Dark King is the great equalizer on this flag set, on many flag sets, on almost every flag set I would think. So if MikeMike can finish out his shards here, he probably still has a shot. Yeah, he only needs one more shard. I'm trying to hide my biases because I do want to see MikeMike do well in this tournament. I can't remember if there was a shard in this box. I remember it's red and blocked. Oh, Twin-Headed Hydra is weak to arrow. Okay, I can never remember that. But seeing 4,000 damage nukes opposite end of the spectrum, 4,000 damage on a spell is above and beyond in Mystic Quest, and at many times pitiful for Final Fantasy IV. Yeah, he's definitely showing us why he's basically why he's a good contender in this tournament. Pick up anything, do anything with it. Insta-kill there is kind of annoying and rude in a way we can very easily vocalize. It's annoying and rude. Like, the fact that MikeMike is choosing these games that he didn't know all that well going into it is gonna set up a tricky situation for anyone that has to face him in the future, as some of the opponents that would be trickier for him will be kind of out of his reach until the end of the tournament, I think. Yeah, we're only about 3 minutes behind entering, 2, maybe 3 minutes behind entering these refights. That's Dark King right there. He can easily throw 2, 3, 4 minutes in the trash with every attempt. This Mega White is particularly perilous. A powerful Zuh is probably amongst the most difficult navigational challenges in this game. Yeah, the Dark King moves being in the pool of moves for these particular bosses, as was intended when the Flagset was designed, is very nice. Sorbius is through his prolonged battle with the illustrious Zuh at about 53 minutes. And be entering the fight against... Ooh. I wonder why we picked up those heal potions. I imagine the reason is you wanted to, you felt like it. Oh, I think this fire might actually be resisted. No. No? Where'd fire go to? Air went to fire. So air weakness or resistance is now fire weakness or resistance. And I probably could have just watched the spell hit to know that, instead of looking at the game info screen again. But we think of things in the moments, and then we do them, instead of thinking everything all the way. Cure on Ben is a nice touch. Having more meticulous control over who's attacking and when is a treat that many seeds deny you. Oh, pushing damage here and out by the skin of his teeth. MikeMike throws at about 54-50. Looks like his fights were quicker, in fact, than Sorbius's. Dark King is only in phase 2 for Sorbius, though it looks like that's just a result of it being thick, because we're putting about 3,600, 3,400 into it around. I believe Sorbius is also playing a little defensively, knows how long a Dark King wipe can throw away, and doesn't want to risk it at all. Having full defense here, I believe... I don't know if... oh. I know we didn't get the Aegis Shield, because that was petrified on the left. Gold Weapon Tier 1, yeah. Sorbius has the Aegis Shield, so that wasn't a problem for him. Oh, I suppose Sorbius also has some Mega Grenades, so I can mark that as much as it matters. Entering Tier 2. Ooh, Spider Kids. Enough level that it didn't kill. And as I was saying, Sorbius entering Tier 3 as MikeMike enters Tier 2. Confusion. I don't know if we picked up the Cupid Locket on MikeMike's side. So I think this closeness is actually mostly a product of MikeMike having fewer tools for this fight, which is a little frightening for him. Though in his position, he probably doesn't know that he could have had them. This is a superbly dense Dark King. It feels like most Dark Kings are, oh, there's Spooky Laugh, but we resist. I can't tell if his Dark King's in Phase 4 or not. There's Phase 4. Sorbius entering Phase 4, just as MikeMike enters Phase 3. MikeMike staying hot and fast on the heels of Sorbius. But it is, I think, too little too late. Sorbius finishes with a time of 58 minutes and 26 seconds. as just as we enter phase 4 on Mike's screen, we'll see if Sorbius wants to come in and chat for a moment. While we're waiting on whether or not Sorbius wants to be here, this brings Sorbius up to 2 wins and 0 losses for this first official tournament, which is our Chocobo circuit. Which means that his next opponent is an equally venerated Fried Potato. It's a matchup where, no matter the game, we'll be excited to see it. And we're joined by Sorbius. GG, Sorbs.
That was something.
that was well run, is what that was.
I mean, double dipping tree and ice pyramid and wintering cave.
Okay,
didn't feel great.
The pyramid double dip. Yeah, that was
and I
kind of weird.
Lava Dome like 3 times.
We always go into Lava Dome like 3 times. Lava Dome's a weird place.
Well, I left like 8 chests in Ice Pyramid I hadn't seen, so I figured I should probably go down and see what those were. I just forgot where Ice Golem was.
Yeah.
Which spent 2 minutes wandering around Ice Pyramid.
Which there was at least 2 shards in those, so I think on this seed you probably would have beat me, because I never would have went back for that Ice Pyramid, because I never would have figured out where it was. And Mike has finished, again, hot on the heels. 1 hour and 46 seconds on the clock.
I'm not surprised. I'm guessing Mike did Volcano earlier when they found it, when I should have looked at it when I first went to Windia.
He did do it a little earlier, but there was only like 1 shard there.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I mean, that was what I found, but that was the last one, so it worked out, I guess.
Yeah, Mike went there at a much lower level overall.
I don't want to talk about my level.
I mean, I think that was one of the things he did well, was keeping a high level and kind of racing your way to 18 to getting Meteor on Kaylee, and that kind of sped you along. I think that explains your lead here, was that you got Meteor way earlier than your opponents. And that
the problem was, where I got Meteor, everything was resistant to Earth, because I was in the Firebird area, and fire went to Earth. So everything that was fire resistant became Earth resistant, which great for Dark King, because then my Meteor was unresisted, but bad for fighting basically anything in that top left corner of the map.
Yeah, but it was still quicker than smashing him down one at a time with your axes. And it looks like Mike's way to be dragged, so I'm going to bring him in here with us. And we are joined by Mike. GG's Mike. Well run.
Thank you. I hope it's entertaining to watch.
I was entertained, I will say that. Whether or not anybody else was, I don't know, and
I'm glad someone was entertained, because I wasn't.
I figured you weren't.
I got lost in Pazuzus.
Yeah, I've been
this
playing game for years, and I still get lost there.
I peeked most of the chests. They were all brown, and then I got to the bomb room with the 4 chests, and there was a red chest, and I was like, you know what? I'm out of here. Like, I think I didn't see like 3 chests, but like, there's nothing here. I'm just out. I just left. Back to tree. The other half of tree. Came up 1 shard short. Went to Spencer's place, hoping that was a shard.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time early investing in levels and like thoroughness and like trying to. I got lucky and found 2 crests, So started just searching all the crests and found a few shards that came in. I'm guessing really handy at the end then.
Maybe. I checked a bunch of crest warps. I was originally looking for the boat access, but then I realized I didn't have mega grenades. So I was like, well, I can't launch the boat anyway, so there's no reason to dig for it that hard. And then I found mega grenades at like the last part of the seed, and I was like, well, okay. This doesn't help me very much now. Not that I found the boat access, but that was where I thought I was going to have to go.
I'm glad the boat wasn't required because I've never been there.
Oh
It's
yeah,
kind of like
it's another maze. On these settings, it's another
yeah.
maze. They're all
It is
mazes.
internally shuffled.
Yeah.
It's not so bad, but it's better than Pazuzu's. It's better than Tree. Like somewhere between Ice Pyramid and Wintry Cave.
Yeah, I felt pretty good about this, except for the time spent in Pazuzu's. We might have been pretty close had I been wandering around in there so long.
I would
I
still say you were
forgot
pretty
where Ice
close.
Golem was in Ice Pyramid and wandered around for, I think, literally 2 minutes trying to find my way back down to him after I got bombs. So we both got lost in a couple of places, I think.
Well, the lostness has concluded. The seed has concluded. I've run out of things I'd like to ask y'all. Do you have any final thoughts on the seed?
Nope. I don't. At least not that are fit for broadcast.
Mike, any final thoughts? All right, I will take that as a bit of a no. Brings us to the end of the podcast. Brings us to the end of this. Brings us to the end of our time here tonight. We are going to head over to Dragon Warrior Randomizer. They're running a weekly race. So I'm looking at the screen. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe you can go in and figure it out. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy Dragon Warrior. Enjoy everything. Have a good night.